Hey everyone at Moe's Barbecue. Hey, this is Mason at Vital Marketing, and in the next 5 minutes, I'm going to show you how to increase your revenue by $30,000 using Facebook advertisements. So to do this, we're going to create something that we call a birthday campaign, and the objective of this is to find people who have an upcoming birthday and offer them an incentive to dine in with you this month. Right, so right now you're thinking, okay, how is this going to increase our revenue by 30,000? That's something I'll explain in just a couple of minutes at the end of this video, but for right now, I just want to focus on the most important part of the process, and that's the targeting. So any successful campaign starts with targeting, and what I mean by that is who is your best customer and who spends the most money with you, right? Who do you see the most often? If you're a sports bar and you serve alcohol, let's say that your ideal customer is at least 21 years old or older. And if you see them frequently, let's also say that they live within a 10 or 15 mile radius of your location. All right. Now, since we're looking for people who have upcoming birthdays, if we're using this month as an example, we're also looking for people who have a birthday in April, right? Now, the reason I'm showing you these three things is because what 90% of restaurant owners don't know is that these are all options that we can plug in to the Facebook Ads Manager so that we can show our advertisement only to the people who are 21 years or older, who live within a 15-mile radius of your location, and who has a birthday in April, right? So what I'll do is I'll put up a screenshot in this video so that you can see exactly what that looks like. But for right now, since we know who our best customer is and who we want to show our advertisement to, we're going to show them an ad in their news feed, and it's going to be a post from Moe's Barbecue, and it can say something like, "Happy birthday from Moe's Barbecue, enjoy a free dessert on us, download your coupon now." Okay, so this doesn't have to just be a free dessert. It can be, if you've done a birthday promotion in the past that's been successful, we can run that as well. But once the user clicks this advertisement, they're going to be taken to something called a landing page. Now, this is where I see most businesses go wrong, and when they run Facebook advertisements, they'll send people to the homepage of their website or to a Facebook page, and the issue with this is that there's so many distractions. The user is a lot less likely to take the action that we want them to take. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a landing page that just has a headline and a button. I'm going to remove the navigation and all other things that could cause the user to stray away from what we want them to do. The headline can say something like, "Hey, thanks." It could say something like, "Hey, welcome to Moe's," or "Would you like to download your coupon for Moe's Barbecue?" I'm sorry, that was difficult. Keep watching. Now, when the user clicks this button, what's going to happen is they're going to see a form pop up, and that's going to ask them for their name, email address, and their party size. Right. So when they submit this, three things are going to happen. The first is that the user who submits it is going to get an email sent to their inbox, and it's going to be a certificate that they can print off and bring into the store to redeem their birthday coupon with you. And the second thing that's going to happen is anyone that you want at Moe's internally, if you want someone to follow up with the user after they've submitted the form, I can have an email and a text notification sent to that person immediately once the form's submitted, and they can follow up, and if they want to schedule a certain day for them to come in for their birthday, you can do that. The third thing is what I really want to talk about, and that is when the user submits this form, their email address is going to be added to something called an email list. Okay, so the question to ask at this point is, what is the value of an email address? How much does an email address mean to you? Well, we need to think about it like this. We know that every email that we have, the people are at least 21 years old and live within 15 miles of your store, so they're qualified and they've came into your restaurant before. Another thing to think about is, once we have this email address on our email list, we can contact them for the rest of that customer's lifetime value and send them offers and promotions. And if you guys have events that you want to announce, like maybe like karaoke night, or if there's a game coming on, we can announce those and bring these users back in over and over and over again, right? So how do we calculate the exact value of an email address? There's a formula that we can use. Right? And that's the number of emails that you've collected times your conversion rate times your average order value. So let's say we send you guys 300 email addresses the first month. And let's also assume that every single time we send an email, as a result of that email, only 10% of the people that received it are coming into the store and spending money with you. So this number, 10%, that's super conservative. I think it's going to be much higher than that, but I want these numbers to make sense for you so that there's no ambiguity, right? And the third thing, okay, and then we're going to multiply that by your average order value. Let's just say that your average order value is $10, okay? So this comes out to 10% of 330 people times $10 per order, average order value. That's going to equal $300, right? From one email being sent. So you send out one email to this list of 300 people and you make $300. You don't pay to send the email. There's no cost associated with it, right? So what if we do this for 12 months and you guys have an email list of 3,600 people. And let's say you convert every single time you send an email, 10% of those people right? You convert 10% of this 3,600, 360 people come into your restaurant and eat because of the email. They spend an average of $10, and that's going to total out to $3,600 worth of sales with just one email being sent, okay? So we're making a couple of assumptions, and that's what I want to go over, and because these are huge, and I think it's going to really affect the campaign. So the first assumption is we're assuming that our conversion rate's 10%. That's super low. I think it's going to be higher. The second thing that we're assuming is that this is just from one email sent, right? So you have this list of 3,600 people, you send out one email and you make this month, but what happens if you continue to do that once a month for a year, right? So you send out one email a month, we would multiply this by 12 months, and that would equal $40,000. That's not exactly, I don't really know the exact number, but it's going to be more than 40,000, right? So the biggest thing I want to talk about here is, let's say all of these values are as low as I'm saying that they are, right? You convert 10% of this 3,600 of this list of 3,600 email addresses, and 360 people come in. What do you think the chances are that these 360 people are going to bring a friend, or maybe a family member, or maybe a couple of friends and family members, right? So if that's the case and that happens, then this number is going to be double, triple, maybe even quadruple what you see here on the board, right? So that's really how powerful this stuff is. The birthday campaign, it's great because we're getting people in who have birthdays, and they're going to bring their friends and their family for their birthdays, and they're going to spend a bunch of money and run up the tab high because they're celebrating, having a good time. That's great, and that's going to be super profitable. But like I said, the money really is in the back end, and that's when we collect this email address and we're able to talk to that person for free whenever we want. And that's where the real value of this is. Hey, thanks for watching the video. If you thought this was helpful, just click the link below and schedule some time to talk with me, and I'll show you the exact advertisements, landing pages, and email sequences that we're using for other restaurants that's been working for us. I just want to build this out for free for you guys the first month, and if we get to the end of the month and you guys think it's a good fit, then hopefully we can keep working together. Otherwise, you're not out any money, so there's no risk involved for you guys. So like I said, just click the link below and let me know what you think.